Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Igadero.
And I'm your co-host, Chris Blackwood. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go.
Listen, guys, man, we want to appreciate everybody who's been subscribing to our YouTube, to our Apple Podcast, man, to our Spotify. Just keep supporting, man. We're doing it for you guys, man. We want to shout out our distant cousins, man. Title League. Let's get it.
Man. Come on. Salute to you guys, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. But I want to break down Run Your Race podcast. So Run Your Race podcast, they had an interview with John Wall recently.
Yes.
Yes. It's been going wild. It's been going crazy on certain things that John.
It was a great interview though.
No, great interview.
Yo, come on now, man. Salute.
Great interview. You know, Theo, Run Your Race
AJ,
podcast.
Salute to the man.
Yes, Theo Pinson, AJ Richardson, King Cozy. Listen, man, it was a wonderful interview with John Wall. John Wall was just flaming. He was going in. We're gonna break this down, man. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. But Run Your Race podcast, they are what do you want to call it? Label mates?
Yeah.
Title League is going in, man. But Run Your Race podcast, if you haven't watched any episodes, man, just watch it now. They got some amazing guests.
You're missing out. You're missing out, man.
AJ
Kemba,
and Theo,
John
they do
Wall.
a wonderful job.
Oh my goodness.
Man. They do a wonderful job. But I wanna break this interview down some, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. John Wall, you know, he's playing for the LA Clippers right now.
Yeah.
And you know, he obviously we know who John Wall is, amazing career. You know, he hasn't won a championship.
Even though he didn't win a chip, you know what I mean? I think injuries kind of, you know, slowed that down a bit in regards to his career. But
right.
John Wall, definitely at his peak, legendary.
Right.
I had to throw that out there. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I agree, man. Straight up from North Carolina. But he when he went on the podcast and on the show, he mentioned that UNC, you guys don't know what UNC is University of North Carolina, was his dream school.
Yeah.
And John Wall's from North Carolina. So he said that he went on a visit to North Carolina to visit the school. And he said, this was my dream school. I was going to go there. I don't know if he said something about his mom being sick and he wanted to stay close to home and whatnot. Right. So it was kind of confusing because he did say that John Calipari was leaving Memphis to go to Kentucky. And then he asked him, you know, would you come if I go to Kentucky? And then, you know, John Wall was like, I'm going wherever you're going. So it's kind of confusing in a sense. But John Wall said that when he got to North Carolina, he wanted to shake, you know, Tyler Hansborough's hand. And Tyler Hansborough, I believe they just won a championship at that point.
Tyler Hansborough was the guy.
And he was player of the year.
Yes.
You know, Mr. College basketball. Didn't do so well in the pros, but was a terrific college player.
Right.
I think he broke a bunch of records at North Carolina. But first round pick, did major things at North Carolina. And John Wall said that he went over to shake his hand. And Tyler Hansborough said, I don't talk to recruits.
Ouch.
And John Wall said, man, F that. I'm not coming here. I'm not coming here. I'm not coming to the school. F you. But the kicker is Tyler Hansborough's name was trending, was going crazy because, like we said, the interview was going wild. And Tyler Hansborough said that this cap. John Wall, stop your cap. That's not what happened. I don't even remember you coming on campus to visit North Carolina. Then he said that you chose Kentucky because of Bank of Calipari.
That money's long.
So stop your capping. So what are your thoughts? Do you believe John Wall? Do you believe Tyler Hansborough? What are your thoughts about this?
My thoughts are basically there's three sides to every story. Real talk, man. You got John Wall's side, you got Tyler's side, and you got the truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because this interview went super viral. You know, Tyler had to respond, and I'm not saying John Wall kind of threw the man under the bus, but he kind of threw the man under the bus in regards to, you know what I mean? Tyler being the guy at that time, you know what I mean? John Wall, you know, 5-star recruit, you know, and not shaking his hand. Maybe there was some type of interaction or maybe there wasn't. But dag, man, there's three sides. And if Tyler's saying it's cap and John Wall is saying it's true, who's telling the truth? You know what I mean?
I just find it very hard to believe. Like, Tyler, did Tyler Hansbrough, I'm calling him Tyler Hero. Did Tyler Hansbrough have to respond to that? Like, did he have to respond? And then if he did, couldn't he have just said, like, who cares? Yeah, I said that. I didn't want to talk to recruits. I didn't want to.
Right.
Like he just said, he basically said, bro, you're lying. There wasn't even, I don't even remember you coming on a visit. John Wall was the number one player in high school. How could you not remember the number one player in high school coming to visit your school? And then Tyler Hansbrough said something else, which was interesting. He was on another podcast explaining it. He said, I want other recruits to back my facts up on what I'm talking about, because I don't remember you being here. He said he called another former player who was on the team at UNC, and the other player said that they don't remember John Wall showing up on UNC's campus.
Oh man.
I'm kind of going with Tyler Hansbrough, man. I just don't think he has anything to lie about. And John Wall was doing, he wanted a spicy interview, man, which he got. He got a spicy interview.
You know what I mean? Hey, at the end of the day, this is John Wall's truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is Tyler's truth.
Right.
It's just colliding right now. You know what I mean? It's like East Coast versus West Coast. You know what I mean? Raptors versus Boston, or should I say Memphis versus the Lakers? You know what I mean? They're clashing right now, and
they're definitely clashing.
Somebody's capping. Somebody's definitely capping, and man, it sucks. You know, a couple years later, like 20 years, not 20, but like 10 plus years later. You know what I mean? We're here with it, but. Man, get your popcorn ready.
It's almost 20 years old, because you gotta think these guys were like what, 18 when they were 17 when going into college,
right?
And now Tyler Hansbrough's 37,
right?
So
it was a decade and change ago.
It's close to 20 years, man. So anyways, man, but it doesn't end there though. John Wall continues to go in on the interview. I said this was a great interview, man. It was a great one. I enjoyed it. But he continued to go on, and he talked about his Houston Rockets experience, where he felt like the organization was very dysfunctional. You know, he basically couldn't come in at the same time. He had to come in super early and be able to work out and then leave before the team got there. They didn't want the guys to connect. And John Wall was just like saying, like, listen, man, if these guys are gonna start, I have no problem, but just make them earn it. Don't just give it to them. Let these young guys earn it. Right. You know, he said some things like he was telling a couple other players, like the stuff that y'all get away with over here, y'all just be out the league. So I'm thinking, for him to say y'all be out the league, like what were they doing? You know, and then it makes you think about things of like when Eric Gordon, the guard for Houston Rockets, when someone asked them, like, how are you guys improving? He's like, there is no improvement. Like there's no improvement. Like, what is going on over there in Houston? You know, he talked about when they were tanking and they lost like 22 straight or 20 games in a row. Right. And then he mentioned, you know, Justin Patton. He's like, how can I win with a guy named Justin Patton? Like,
shots
and then
fired.
then Justin Patton tweeted like, bro, I thought we were friends.
Right.
You know, he talked about arriving there and, you know, reaching out to James Harden. James Harden was like, man, I'm going to ATL.
Facts.
Hopped on the jet. Like, I'm going to ATL to go party with the baby. Like, you want to roll? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know, so, you know, he's throwing teammates under the bus. You know, Justin Patton, like, how can I win with this dude? You know, talking about James Harden, like, man, I'm out. I'm going to Lil Baby's birthday party, man.
Right.
You know, so what are your thoughts on this one? Here?
I mean, John Wall came at a very crazy time for Houston. I mean, my guy James Harden was, you know, orchestrating his way out, kind of eating his way out, you know, coming out of shape. Coming out of shape
with the bodysuit.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? he was looking like he was really eating well, to say the least. You know what I mean? And him and Lil Baby got James Harden and Lil Baby got that relationship. So
Yeah.
Lil Baby's party, he's out. You know what I mean? It just so happened John Wall's coming in for his press conference, linking up with James Harden. James Harden's like, yo, just come with me to Lil Baby's. You know what I mean?
Let's
and
go
I was
to
like,
ATL.
right? I was like, oh my goodness, talk about horrible timing. So off the rip, his experience off of that alone was sour. And then the whole tanking situation, I don't think any veteran, you know what I mean, that is still pursuing a ring, still, at the later end of their prime or, just about to leave their prime or just left their prime, man, it was tough. It was tough. And you can hear the frustration in his voice when he was describing that, you know what I mean? And I kind of felt it for him. But like you kind of see it. It's the business. You know what I mean? And then him kind of, calling out the young boys and definitely calling out Patton. I think that was just straight business. Like he was like, how am I gonna go to war with, such and such and such and such? I don't think he meant any disrespect by it. You know what I mean?
Justin Patton definitely felt disrespected.
But definitely, the young guys that look up to you, John Wall, like, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look in regards to, you being that vet, you being that wily vet that dude the young boys could look up to. And yeah, it's hard, man, because like John Wall's probably like what, maybe 5, 6 years older than these guys. You know what I mean? So it's not that much of an age gap, but I guess in NBA terms or in the NBA world, yeah, that 6 years is equivalent to 12. You're because these guys are babies coming in, and
Right.
yeah, Houston's doing somewhat. Well, no, they're doing pretty bad still, but
they're still bad.
It's a process. They're still in the tanking process, man. Free Eric Gordon. Hopefully he goes to the Bucks. But yeah, no, I felt him. Yeah, I'm hearing the Bucks, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I felt that, and I feel it for the young boys. But yeah, that was very descriptive, and John Wall was not holding back any punches. He was straight shaking the room when it came to talking about the Houston Rockets. So I kind of
shots fired.
Shots were more than fired. You know what I mean? Some guys got hit with the stray, man.
But yo, he doesn't end there. He still goes.
Mm-hmm.
He then talks about the Washington Wizards. Theo asked him a question. What was your best team? And he goes, "What in Washington? You in DC?" He goes, "Yes." So he mentioned the 2016-2017 team.
Right.
And he mentioned that the Cavs didn't want to see him. He's like, man, the Cavs didn't want to see us. We beat the shit out of them. Then he started going and talking about the matching up. He said, him and Kyrie, we'll match up. Kevin Love and Marquise Morris, Marquise Morris can stretch the floor. And he started pretty much.
Todd and Tristan Thompson. He shouldn't have dissed Tristan like that, but I'm just saying, he shouldn't have dissed Tristan like that. Gortat would have, I don't know if he would have killed him, but Tristan has that battery, and the motor playing with the Cleveland Cavs, man. So yeah, he said that was a Gortat would have won that matchup. I wasn't feeling that line, but yeah,
you weren't feeling that line. Gortat is actually like a lot taller than Tristan. Well, so
right.
But what is your thoughts with this team? Like when people heard this, I seen a couple guys, seen some people on ESPN.
Yeah, that caught everybody's attention.
Yeah, this one caught a lot of people's attention, even more than the others.
Right.
Like John Wall, what are you talking about? You're gonna beat Braun. Like this is prime Braun here. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I think they faced Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, I want to say.
Right.
But how are you going to beat prime Braun and young boy Kyrie? Like disrespectful Kyrie.
Yeah.
And he said it to himself, like, I'll match up with Kyrie. We're good there. What?
That's how he was feeling, man. That's how he was feeling.
What is your thoughts?
I felt him, pause, you know what I mean? In regards to like, he felt like his squad matched up with with Bron's squad, they could have won that. My thing is like, aren't you supposed to feel that way? You don't have to admit it, like how DeMar did when he was playing for the Raptors, saying if we had LeBron on our team, we'll be that much better or whatnot. In the middle of the series, Raptors against Cleveland,
right?
He felt the total opposite. He felt like any competitor's supposed to feel. You're supposed to compete, even though the odds are kind of stacked against you. That's LeBron and young Kyrie, and that team is just destined to get out the East. You know what I mean?
He mentioned about I think they were on like a 15-game winning streak or something like that, and
right.
And Bron broke that when they were playing in the Cavs. He hit that off the glass three, and he was like, "Yeah, I practiced that shot," and then. and then John Wall was like, "Nigga, you don't practice that shit. Get out of here." Yo,
you can't tell me it wasn't funny, man. It was hilarious.
It was definitely funny.
It was hilarious, but it shook. It definitely shook the room. You know what I mean?
John Wall, you're not listen, DC, John Wall, Bradley Beal, Marquise, whoever. You're not beating Prime Bron. You're not beating those boys. Stop it.
Stop it, man.
Stop it.
I rate it.
You can feel comfortable. You can feel confident.
You're a competitor.
You can say whatever you want. Yo, John Wall, you not beating Prime Bron, sir. With that team, you got a better chance with this team you got right here with the Clippers.
But yo,
with that
question.
DC, you're not beating Prime Bron.
We got. Aren't the Lakers and Clippers meeting up tonight? Or
oh yeah, they are.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I mean? And I think if LeBron were to score 40 again in this game, I think LeBron would have scored 40 in his career, 40 against all 32 teams in the NBA. So
that's nice.
You know what I mean? I mean, John Wall may have added a little extra incentive for LeBron tonight or whenever they play. We'll see. You know what I mean? Get your popcorn ready, man.
It's definitely something interesting, man. Again, Run Your Race podcast, man. Theo Pinson, our AJ Richardson.
Y'all doing your thing, man.
Dope, really dope podcast, man. Check them out. They're under title.
You know what? That was super.
Mates. Let's get it.
It was super monumental just to see, you know what I mean? A podcast that is on the same network as us.
Yes.
And seeing those highlights, seeing like clips from Run Your Race podcast on SportsCenter.
Dope.
I mean, yo, if you ain't feel good about that, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely felt good about that, man.
Yeah,
that was amazing. It was amazing to
see. That was huge.
I can't wait to see what else they got going on, man. And check out Hip Hop Hoops too, man. We're dope as well, man.
We're dope too, baby. We out here.
Shout out John Wall, man. You're not beating Prime Bron. Stop it. It's not happening. Listen, shout out Tyler Hansbrough. I'm with you, dog. He's capping. The Bank of Calipari. We know what it is. Cut it out.
Man. Oh man, you gotta make a T-shirt out of that. The Bank of Calipari. Oh my goodness.
Yo, let's get it, man. That's it for me, man. You got anything else, man?
All right, just keep supporting us, man, on all social media platforms. Yo, we're Hip Hop Meets Hoops. Shout out our distance cousins, man. Title League. You already know.
Let's get it.
Let's go.